Is the United States a democracy? Absolutely not. If not a democracy, then what exactly is the United States? A republic. Democracy comes from the Greek words demo meaning people and kratria meaning rule. Democracy is a form of government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised directly by them. They have the power to make, interpret, and enforce the laws. Republic comes from the Latin words res, meaning thing, and publica, meaning public. In Novenglis essay number 7, John Adams says that a republic is a government of laws and not of men. In a republic, the government and the people are limited by the public thing, the law. In a democracy, any majority of people have the power to create, enforce, and interpret the laws. In a republic, a constitution is the supreme law of the land, while the people elect legislatures, executives, and judicial officials to control the law. The Founding Fathers were well aware of the distinction between democracy and republic, and were adamantly against the creation of the former. Well versed in classical ancient history, they were worried to recreate the disaster of ancient Athenian democracy. In Federalist Papers number 10, James Madison, the author of the Constitution, says, "Hence it is that such democracies have ever been spectacles of turbulence and contention, have ever been found incompatible with personal security of the rights of property, and have in general been as short in their lives as they have been violent in their death." Alexander Hamilton said, "It has been observed that a pure democracy, if it were practical, would be the most perfect government. Experience has proved that no position is more false than this. The ancient democracies in which the people themselves deliberated never possessed one good feature of government. Their very character was tyranny, their figure deformity." Why then did the Founding Fathers decide to create a republic and not a democracy? Athenian history had shown how democracy can run wild. In 406 BC, after the Battle of Argonussal Islands, the judicial system ran rampant, and 8 competent generals were put to death. In addition, the issue of minority rights, the right of the 49% of those opposed to government actions to not have their rights stripped by the 51%, also concerned the Founding Fathers. In Federalist Paper number 49, Madison and Hamilton expressed concern that minority rights cannot be protected by a democracy, only by a republic. Justice is another important concern. In a democracy, justice is determined by majority rule. A simple majority can deem a person innocent or guilty, regardless of the law. Conversely, in a republic, justice is determined by a system of courts. A unanimous decision of one's peers determines guilt, and judges interpret and hold cases to the law. Thomas Jefferson said, "A democracy is nothing more than mob rule, where 51% of the people may take away the rights of the other 49. The Founding Fathers did not seek to recreate the turmoil of majority rule that plagued Athenian democracy, but rather sought to create a system under the rule of law, a system under the res publica. And for this reason, the United States is not a democracy, but a republic."